What up, people? Hey. Yeah, so what's going on? A little last minute late night stream. So I was about to go to bed. I was gonna wake up early tomorrow, go to the beach, and I said to myself, man, Uni has been on fire lately. I know a lot of you ain't a big fan of him from what he did in the past, whatever, but he has never really bothered me. So I know he's been on fire lately, spitting facts, right? So I said to myself, let me just check out, see what he's been up to, okay? Then I come across. Now you gotta remember, Uni talks to Salty, okay? I'm here with Jennifer. Jennifer, do you believe Uni when he says he talks to Salty?
Possibly.
Right.
I mean, you got to take it with a grain of salt. And I think there's an awful lot of people that have inserted themselves. But that being said, Uni's been pretty on point lately.
Right. Right. He just dropped some crazy bomb. When I say bomb, I mean like Hiroshima status type explosive, okay? A little while ago, and I don't know why nobody else has noticed this or talked about it, but it's a game changer. So, Jennifer and I have already heard it, right? And the thing is, and I think Jennifer will agree with this whole uni thing is, you have to decipher a few things, right? Because he talks kind of crazy.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, it's Uni.
yeah, he does. I'm gonna put a banner at the bottom, and you're gonna hear certain names. He's gonna use code names, which is kind of like makes it a little frustrating. Cause you're like, who is he talking about? He calls somebody drunken urinal corn. I think he's talking about Dottie. He calls someone Stebbs, and that's Steve, right? And then he calls someone entitled Karen called Suck or whatever, and that's EKC. And he's saying that these people are involved with the hacking stuff. So I'm gonna play this, and I'll stop it periodically, to talk about it, because it's just nuts. I can't find my laptop charger for some weird reason, and I have 3/4 of a charge, but StreamYard sucks it up, so I kind of want to get moving here. So I'm gonna play this. 1 second. You guys aren't even gonna believe this.
There is a huge bullfrog over here. Huge bullfrog. I want to get close enough so that you guys can hear it. You catch a bullfrog by shining.
Frickin' Uni, that's not even the one. Hold on 1 second. I typed please catching a bullfrog. Hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, this is the right one. My bad, guys. Sorry
Okay, here we go. So one of the cult members, when put under pressure, flips and goes full gnat, flipping to the other side, selling out the worst inner core cult members. Also, remember how Nat, I don't know, a few weeks ago, a month ago, whatever, gave full access to Salty, the FBI, and tried to act like one or two cult members were behind everything, but all the other cult members are just innocent. Remember that? I did a video on it. Well, it turns out now there's not just one cult member, Nat, who flipped on the cult, that when someone flips on the cult, they give full access to all their emails, all of their communications, all their tweets, all their DMs, and they give it to authorities, the FBI, and Salty. And there was like something crazy, like 17,000 pages or some shit from just one cult member showing that this whole thing over like more than a year, these cult members are doing this on a daily basis. Also, drunken urinal corn and entitled Karens suck both admit to cyber stalking KJP's husband.
All right, let's just stop there real quick. He's saying, Jennifer, that EKC has admitted to cyber stalking Todd. What?
Well,
And this ain't
I
even
mean,
the bombshell. This ain't even the bombshell. Let's just start here.
I mean, contacting his work could be perceived as, right?
Okay.
And she has admitted to that.
Yep. Okay.
I mean, going by that logic.
Right. That's just crazy. All right.
I mean, let's email somebody's work. Why?
Yeah, I know. I know. All right, let me hit play here.
And they both admit to personally injecting themselves. Now, if you read what they say, they are full on Karens. And this is why Steb's cult must, further memes, must involve the KarenHair.png file. And it also is why we are calling Steb's cult, instead of the Silverfish cult, the Entitled Karens Suck cult. Entitled Karen cult sucks. Entitled Karen cult people suck is the name of Steve's cult. But it also, these revelations happening are what prove that Drunken Urinal Corn, the doxer of Crafty, along with AT2 and EKC, are literally injecting themselves into the real life of this situation. So they're not just viewers. They're not just people on YouTube that are watching. None of that garbage. They are literally trying to inject themselves into the core of this story. And Drunken Urinal Corn thought by releasing this that it would make them look innocent or something, when all it does is make them look severely more guilty, because the place where Nat and these other people hung out was with Steve, Drunken Urinal Corn, and Tina. And then this is the fucking kicker. This is what's going to blow your goddamn mind. The person who is sending the death threats, who is spoofing and spamming and harassing, now I can factually tell you why that person's communications were from a person that knew every little detail, every step, okay? The reason why is because they were, of course, being updated and shown and given all this stuff inside this group. So the question is now, how are these people so fucking stupid that they didn't know they were sitting next to the person sending the death threats? How are these people so dumb that they didn't know they were sitting next to the person creating, doing Photoshop of Saltsy's kids into pornographic images? How do they not know this? Well, they did. They did know. What Drunken Urinal Corn and Entitled Karen cult have told us is basically who is involved, who is next to the person doing this, who's encouraging the person, who is feeding the person information. You see what I'm saying? So this is just proof that these people were involved. Now, this is what they're going to say. They're going to say, we were victims too. We were victims of the person doing the hacking. Yeah, we were all sitting in the same server. Yeah, we were all talking to each other 24/17. Yeah, we were telling each other what to do and doing it with each other. Yeah. Oh, we now know that Steve McRae was involved in the reporting to CPS of Katie. to the police, the false reports to the police and the FBI. Also, he was involved with the spamming of Katie's husband's work and shit. So every one of the bad things that happened to Katie, all of those events where these harassers inject themselves into Katie's life, stalk her, and try to contact the husband's work and all this garbage. Now we know that the whole group was involved. They were all doing what they did in that video where I showed them trying to dox me. They were doing the same thing that they do. This is why Red's rhetoric was trying so hard to make you guys think that he doesn't use Discord, right? Seriously. It's because they all know that if they're found out that they all sit around and talk to each other every day, if they all update each other on all the things they're doing, so now it brings you to a crossroads. Their excuse is that they didn't know one of their cult members was leaving the death threat voicemails. They didn't know that someone in their group was spoofing emails, photoshopping children and shit, and making these porn accounts. Their little cult wants you to fucking believe now that they're getting busted. Literally, I'm not playing. I was just shown all this. These people want you to believe now that
I mean, that's a pretty strong accusation. Literally, I was just shown all this, yada yada. And then I know people have told me that Waxy was sent some stuff. Later on, Uni talks about, Waxy too, so I wonder if they've spoken, yada yada. And apparently, Steve's in my city right now. Yo, Steve, what up? Steve, you're right down the street, bro. Like, what are you doing? Apparently, according to other people, he's talking to the FBI or whatever. What do you think of this so far, Jennifer?
Did I not just send you this theory?
You literally did. Literally,
like this is
right
scary.
before this. Literally right before this. Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, my whole thing is this, and this is again my opinion, but when everything went down, when Nat came out with her video, when Little Miss Noble came out, where was EKC?
Right.
What was she talking about? Who was she talking about?
Yep.
Steve.
Mm-hmm. Why?
She was talking about Katie's abuse allegation against the officer. It was anything that they could, in my opinion, to damage Katie's credibility.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, what names came out in the screenshots? Yep. Dottie's name was in there. Kim's name was in there. Tina's name was in there. Mm-hmm. And people can say that Uni's trying to pin this, but it's really starting to make me wonder if maybe he was closer to the truth, and maybe he comes out as kind of like half-cocked and a little bit obsessive, and maybe people lost the plot in that because of how he presented it.
Right. I think he had to kind of present it like that to kind of like cover his butt, whatever. Like his whole code language kind of throws me for a loop. I don't even know who Manya is. I have no idea. I barely know who Chesh is. Like, I literally came into this in December. I watched Katie before that, and like I had heard about Cheshire and things like that, but like this goes back so much further than I could have possibly imagined. Do you know what I mean?
Me too.
And for those of you out there that think, yeah, it goes back. It's way more. I did not think it would go back this far. I really did not. I'm very shocked. But if you think these people aren't cult members, let me tell you a little story about this cult. Actually, I'll tell you after. Let's finish this stream. Hold on. Let me hit play on this. I'm gonna mute us. Okay.
These people are getting busted through having these cult members yanked in and charged and interrogated. And all of them, by the way, Nat, who was doing it, Nat was not fooled into doing it. She was purposely doing it with Tina, Drunken Urinal Corn, and all these people, and Steve. Nat, we already know that if Nat was telling the truth, why'd she lie to us? In her video, she said that she didn't know who Steve was when she emailed Katie. But factually, she knew who Steve was and had talked to him many times under his main account with his name in the Facebook group. She knew who Steve was and lied because she's lying about the fact that she wasn't involved. She's lying about the fact that Tina and the rest of these people weren't involved. They are all involved. And thank you to Drunken Urinal Corn for being so stupid that you tweeted out the proof that just gives more credence to the fact that you're all involved. You guys are sitting there fucking ratting on yourselves. But I mean, it makes sense since Nat and the other two people from your group have already defected, told you guys to fuck off, gave access for all their accounts over to the authorities, and that's why Steve is factually on the run. It's why Reds is on the run. It's why Tina is on the run. They are all trying to make you think they're in all these different places in the United States all of a sudden. Why? They have never done that the entire time they've been online. They've barely taken a couple trips. They barely go do anything. They barely even leave their house to go do something in their fucking neighborhood or in their town. But they're just fine that all of you... I am told that Nat got threatened to do that video. I was told that too. And I believe it. But until Nat gets completely honest, I don't think anybody's going to truly believe her. The minute she gets completely honest, she tries to say, fuck it, I'm not going to cover for anybody. I'm just going to tell the full truth. Nobody's ever going to believe her. Because I'm sorry, Nat needs help. She needs to get back in to the doctors that she works with and get help from them. She does, because she's allowing these narcissists, these criminal harassers and stalkers to manipulate her and use her so that she can be the fall girl. And I'll be damned, did she not be the fall girl? Oh, Nat is a bird, because Nat's just tweeting away. They just think that Nat's trying to convince people that they all weren't involved. That's why they defended her so hard. Exactly, Donna. It's why they attacked people who spoke the truth, like True Ball of Wax and Charlotte, because Nat was in their fucking cult. Nat was in their group. She said Salts is helping her. I believe that. I do, and I hope that she gets honest about it and doesn't, because if she tries to protect them, it's just going to get Nat in more trouble. These people were stalking and doxing and lying and berating Katie before they met Nat. So Nat cannot believe they are her friends. She can't believe they care about her at all, because they factually used her to attack Katie. If Nat was their true friend to them, they would have never tried to get Nat involved in a personal way with this. That is what this cult has always done. They take someone who has a bunch of mental issues like Bullinator, and they use them in the front of what they're doing so that if somebody gets in trouble, the person can just say it was my mental issue and they can try to get out of it. And then Steve can say, yeah, it was their mental issue. It wasn't us. He's done this so many times, it's not even funny. But anyway, the thing that EKC, entitled Karen, people suck, don't realize, the thing that Drunken Urinal Corn doesn't realize, we've known this the entire time. We've said this the entire time. You walked right into our trap, and you are fucking done. Your cult leader is on the run. Your little soy boy fraudster can't run fraudulent fundraisers anymore. And you guys just got sold out. After today, it all changes. EKC, Drunken Urinal Corn. After today, it all changes. It finally flipped. This is the day that it finally flips on this cult. You will be forever known as the cult that harassed and tried to affect the Toddy Westbrook lawsuit. That's what you're going to be known as. It's going to be the only thing you're ever known as. It's going to be the only thing you've ever done. And you're always going to be laughed at as the fucking entitled Karen lolcows that you are. And my God, is it rewarding after a year of tracking all this bullshit? Is it rewarding to watch you guys explode from the inside?
So basically, I know all you people in comments. Listen, when we try to tell you Nat was involved, everybody's like, nah, nah, nah. Right about that. I'm telling you guys, Uni wouldn't be putting out these strong accusations if there wasn't some truth behind it. I highly, highly doubt it. And for everyone out there, like, what's Uni? Da, da, da. Listen, he's been interviewed by the FBI. He talks to Salt. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been laughing about this whole FBI thing, like not believing in it. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm more keen to believe that this is some truth. It all kind of makes sense. Jennifer, what do you think?
Their own actions, in my opinion.
Yes.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
as soon as everything went down with Nat, who started popping up in chat streams? Look at Kay Baxter's comments and look who commented on it.
Mhm.
Steve. Steve has been all up in everybody's chats. Steve and Cheshire did a Q&A together. I believe it was Steve and Cheshire, like last week. Erin has done everything she can. Nat's video, oh no, they're not involved. They're not involved. I'm sorry, that is classic deflection. And that's fine. You can, people can think what they want, but actions speak louder than words. And I'm telling you right now, in my opinion, they're acting scared. I
Yep.
mean, look at Erin's actual behavior. She is somebody that used to be funny and
Yep.
intelligent, and she's coming off as very unhinged right now.
Yes, she's devolving. I have been so confused about the direction this woman has gone, okay? And it all comes back to freaking Tina. I'm telling you guys right now, Tina is a cult leader. I don't give a shit. I know she's crazy. She'll dox me. She'll do. I don't care, okay? Let me tell you something. When I first made amends with Ren back in February, Tina called me on Facebook Messenger to tell me I did a good job and it's good for the community. The community, the community, the community. I was like, dude, this is a fucking cult. Like, this is a cult. I literally left their Facebook group, and as soon as I left that Facebook group, she hit me up. Boom. Why'd you leave? Why'd you leave? Why'd you leave? What happened? Did something happen? Did something happen? Did somebody say something? I was like, yo, I just didn't find it like useful. I don't really go on Facebook. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you? Yeah, dude, I'm sure. Like, it was really weird energy. Like, this whole thing, there's all these little tiny things. All these little tiny things that are starting to add up now. The other day when I was like, Katie said, Tina contact her. Remember how I asked people on Instagram and how her and Erin freaked out? They were like, oh my god, no, that didn't happen. And then we see in Nat's video, there's an email from Tina telling her to make a video because people were saying things. Like, all these little things start to add up.
Exactly. And that's what I mean. I literally just come up with this entire crazy thing. And bear in mind, I'm just a little bit older in it than you are. I started watching literally with the lawsuit. I couldn't get out of the house. I was bored, gave me something to do. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't know all the back history, but now the more I've seen, I mean, I think it all starts and ends with Steve. Who had the biggest grudge? Steve. Who's best friends with Steve? Tina, Erin, Kim, Cheshire. All these names that are starting to pop out of the woodwork. Why?
Right, right. And Stina, Nat was around when the Facebook group was around. I don't know who told you she wasn't, but I was there. I was there. This was when Nat was around. I was there. I was in that Facebook group for a couple weeks. It didn't really have much activity, and I hate Facebook. She was there, right? She was. And it's easy to sit back and be like, yeah, facts and evidence. But when you're on the inside looking out and you pick up, you see all these little things, right? Add up, add up, add up. Like it makes more sense to me and Jennifer maybe than it does to people who aren't on the inner circle and see these things unfold and hear about these things way before they're exposed, whatever. Like, I'm telling you, nobody believe me with Nat. Nobody, I'm telling you, dude, something's not right. And why has Aaron been going so hard for Steve? Like, yo, all this is just mind boggling right now. When I ever saw that freaking email in Nat's video from Tina, I was like, why does she care? Why?
Yeah, I mean, that's somebody that we had no idea that she was connected to.
Yep.
Tina, Like,
Do you
how did
remember? Oh my
he
God,
even
Jen.
come in?
Jen, do you remember when Irish Badass? Remember when there was that rumor, Irish Badass is working for freaking who was it, Tipster? And they're
Mhm.
gonna expose the WACB community cult. Remember how bad Tina freaked out?
Oh,
She
that was on Red Stream, wasn't it?
I think it was on Erin's stream actually. She had maybe Red Stream, I don't know. She started crying. She was like, "I'm leaving." She was nervous, dude, because she thought that like they were getting infiltrated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like they were
that was
already
Red Stream, because Red
okay.
took all the heat for that, because
Yup.
basically Irish Badass like lit into Tina, and there was something about her mental health, and that was when the group got archived, was behind that stream.
Yep. It
She
was. That
archived
was.
it like that day.
Literally that day. And I was like, yo, remember how we were all like, why is Tina letting this Irish Badass person bug her out like this? It was the weirdest thing, because behind the scenes, which you guys don't really know, is everybody was whispering that Irish Badass is doing some undercover stuff with Tipster, that they're gonna expose the cult, blah 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 blah. And Tina had a freaking meltdown. A meltdown. Got rid of the Facebook, left everything, wasn't even appearing on Erin's streams for a while. Like, all these little things start to come back to you when you're on the inside. I'm telling you guys, like, something is not adding up with all this. It all kind of makes sense now. I know this is some tinfoil hat type shit. It runs way deeper than we possibly imagine. But I don't think Uni, especially if he talks to Salty, would just be saying this. And judging by everything I've seen, it kind of makes sense.
No, I think it really does. And it's so crazy that literally this is exactly what I had pathed out like 5 days ago, something like that. This is exactly like when you pulled that up, I was like, holy crap, that's what I had just
Yep.
like literally given you. But
Yep.
to me, it's, I honestly, there's one person, and everybody's like, well, Steve has more reason to be angry at Kyle. And I keep hearing that. But yes and no. What is the worst thing that you can accuse a man of?
Being a
R
Kyle. Yeah, rape, yep.
or harassment. Those, and that's what she said, is that he SH'd her. And
Yep.
I'm sorry, I think this runs very, 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 very deep. And I think
Right.
that, I mean, this is a man that already had been proven to have stalked her.
Right.
Stalkers don't stop. They don't, in my opinion.
Yeah. He might want some type of revenge too, because like, look at, she got the harassment order, whatever. I don't know, man. I know some stuff about the Steve stuff and the Kyle stuff, but like not like some people do. Um, this is so, I'm telling you guys, watch. Just like you didn't believe me about Nat, watch, just watch. You know what I'm saying? So Steve showed up last week as a mod in Erin's chat. Yeah, and she's been
Yep.
making streams about him, literally, like holding hands. Like it all makes freaking sense, dude. I'm telling you, and I get it. Uni has done some shady things, right? But I think like in the past few months, and I've said this before, and people don't like it. Like, I feel like in the past few months, he's kind of redeemed himself in a way. And every time I say that, I get like, I know I get eye rolls behind the screen, right? But past few months, I feel like he has kind of redeemed himself. And I know for a fact he talks to Salty. I mean, I don't think he'd be saying these things about the FBI if there wasn't some kind of truth to it. I'm just saying, yeah, he's done it in the past, whatever, whatever. I don't remember him doing that per se, but it's whatever. I can't believe Uni on almost anything. Alright, man, that's your right, but he
Well,
knows how serious, but
but here's the thing. Yes, he's flip-flopped on some things, but what has he been 100% consistent on from day one?
I'm sorry, Jennifer, I'm reading comments. What has he been 100% consistent on day one? What? Tell us.
Steve. And that Steve
Yeah.
was the one that was harassing Katie. That, the death threats were coming from him. That he's been consistent about that all along. So,
He
and
hates Steve, yeah. He dislikes him, excuse me.
he has a very strong dislike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Lots of people.
it came off as kind of loony to me. But now that things are starting to come out, I'm like, maybe he wasn't as loony as I thought.
Right,
It really all, it's like puzzle pieces fitting together.
It really is. And listen, and that's all it really boils down to is like a lot of things are starting to make sense. Is this like 100% factual and they're definitely the ones and there's nobody else? Like, probably not, but like, if he's hearing these bits and pieces and I'm picking up all these little tiny, tiny, tiny things that I've gathered along the way, I don't know, man. It kind of adds up to me. And I don't know why LMN, I haven't even watched that stream from K Baxter. I don't even know why she, um, is even still talking. Like, yo, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be held against you, girl. Like, what are you doing? What did she say the other night, Jen? I haven't even listened.
Oh, this was the one that when everything first happened.
Oh, I
Uh,
thought you told me she was on the other night. Was that you that told me that? Like
I
the
didn't
other
know.
night, like.
No, it was when like literally as soon as everything happened. But here's the thing that was so weird is like she gets onto Kay Baxter's and basically she starts kind of backtracking on being involved in the whole CPS thing. She's like, well, I helped Nat with like wording and how to work
Right,
a drop down. But
right.
then it was either the same day or the next day. She literally was texting Amanda Pants and telling
Yep,
her this detailed thing. I mean, it's just so weird. Like all of
it
this
is
is so
weird.
weird. And this is like, if this truly is a conspiracy, this was very, very, very detailed.
Very methodical, right? And look at how much time and energy. Hi, Irish Badass. That's funny. I just spoke your name and then you appeared. That's so funny. I was just saying when you talked to Tina how she had a freaking meltdown and left, and I think she thought you were some kind of spy or something. I don't even know, dude. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. Hold on. What's go? I'm trying to see something. I didn't. Someone's talking about Irish's tweets or something. I haven't seen them. I don't mess with Twitter, but you need more from uni, whatever. Okay, I get it. I get it, man. I want to see more too. I want to see more too. I do. I do. But I'm telling you, all these little puzzle pieces, I'm telling you right now, they're all starting to add up. All the corners are there, the frame is there. We just need the middle for the puzzle, I'm telling you.
Well,
And
and the
Kate.
thing is, Uni
Mhm.
announced a few days ago that there was IP addresses, and I believe he said it was tied to the harassment on Katie for the TRO. The locations were California, Florida, Canada, and originally he said Nebraska, but then he backtracked and said Kansas. Go Jayhawks. Anyway, since I'm Kansas. Here's the thing. We know everybody says Steve's in California. I believe they said Kim is in Florida. Cheshire is Canada, but then Erin is close enough to the border that you never know. She might be hitting off of Canadian IPs. I don't know. But I do
Right.
know Cheshire is in Canada. So that's 3 of them. Now, the one that I'm confused about is Kansas. And now, Katie's throwing St. Joe, Missouri out. And I'm like, oh, please, God, don't be me. Please, God, don't be me. Please, God, don't be me.
Yeah. That's why Katie mentioned Kansas. Yeah, she said Kansas last night. It was Kansas, what did you say? California, Florida, Kansas, and Canada.
Correct.
And a lot of these people live in those states. I mean, and this is FBI information that Katie's getting, Salt is getting. And someone just asked, I lost it, why Salt would talk to Uni. Why not? Why wouldn't Salt talk to Uni? They don't have any kind of reason to not talk. If Salts needs information on this community and he had to find somebody that's been around for a long time, that knows all the ins and outs kind of around here, that's kind of seen a lot of the drama go down, why wouldn't he ask him like, yo, what do you know about this Steve guy? Oh, let me show you my, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Why wouldn't he hit him up, ask it? I mean, why not? Why not? Why
Well,
not?
and honestly, if he is speaking to Uni, that adds more credence to it. You know,
Mhm.
I mean, that to me, that's like basically Salt saying that's who did it, in my opinion,
Right, right.
because that's a long running thing, and Uni has a lot on him.
He has a lot to prove at this point too, so I highly doubt he would throw how far he's come the past few months away like that. Who is Unirock? Wait a minute. I have a difficult time taking Unirock seriously when his best friend is the tallest store version of Mr. Proof. Oh, busy,
Busy.
busy, busy. I don't know the busy thing. I have like a weird sense of humor, and I kind of chuckle at the busy thing. Some people think it's annoying. I don't. It doesn't really bother me, but it's kind of weird. I know, but
It's his stick,
uh,
It's fine.
yeah. We all have a shtick, I guess. You know.
I mean, he is kind of a clown at some point, and there's a lot of what he does that's kind of a show. But if you think about it, if you look at a lot of his videos, he does research what he does. You know, you don't see
He's
a
not
lot of
stupid.
half-cocked stuff.
No, I don't. I think that a lot of people are just holding on to like one thing Uni did that made him mad a long time ago, and they just can't look past it. Like, yo, let me tell you guys a secret. You ready? YouTubers make mistakes. I don't know if you know that. It happens sometimes.
Nah.
You know? Jeez.
That's a good point, Robin.
What'd Robin say?
Uni might be getting help from Nate the lawyer and using some of Nate's contacts. Nate used to be a cop.
Yo, you never know, man. You never know. Right? I'm only saying Salts because I've heard him say in the past that he spoke to Salts. You know what I mean? It could be Nate the lawyer. It could be anybody. But if Uni's talked to the FBI, I'm telling you, they probably went to him asking, like, what can you give us about this Steve dude? Because think about it. If you're a lawyer and you're getting these threats and you kind of have a clue about what's going on, but you're like, let me take a look at the usual suspects around this community. I think that I can understand why he would talk to Uni. I'm just saying. And I don't think Uni would be out here being like, yeah, I talked to Salts when he really doesn't. Because wouldn't Salts be like, what are you talking about, dude? I don't talk to you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why that's so far-fetched for some people to believe, but, you know, I don't know, we'll see, but pay attention, people, man, open your eyes. Things have been happening that are not normal, and on Erin, man, I'm just disappointed. I am, and now it makes complete sense why she aligns herself with all the nasty that dude does, because why not, right?
It's
Let's
a
just,
smoke screen. It's a smoke
let's just
screen.
get, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and people who do that have no self-respect or integrity, and it's gross. It's gross.
Well, I
You
mean,
know?
think about it. It was a two-pronged attack. Think about it. Erin, in my opinion, she's done a very good job of completely destroying Katie's credibility, which I understand Katie's credibility was already kind of dicey. But
Right.
she literally stream after stream on that cop, stream after stream on Steve, and how, you know, she literally picked through the temporary restraining order. She literally picked through it, just like she did with the police report. So Erin went after Katie. And then at the same time, she was weaponizing a certain other creator against Charlotte, against you, against anybody that followed you. Why? Because we're the ones that in the beginning were like, wait, there's something wrong with Nat. To me, that's even more, you know, it's almost like, okay, let's damage anybody that could go against the narrative.
Yep. Yep.
My opinion.
Unpopular opinion. Uni, you see these comments? These people don't believe in you. I hope you prove them wrong, dude. I hope so. I hope you're not freaking messing with us. I'm telling you. I have faith in you, though. Unpopular opinion. Steve is a douche, and he will drag anyone who disagrees with him, and go on and on and on and on and never shut up. Never like that dude. I get that vibe from a lot of people. I've never had any bad interactions with him. He's always been respectful to me. And like I said, I don't know the whole story with this Kyle person, and I'll be the first to tell you I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and play pretend and act like I know everything. I don't. So I can't really speak on that. But Irish says, did the harassing Twitter accounts begin once Nat wasn't the star witness anymore? Once
Nat was
Laurie
first.
yeah, that already had happened, right?
Nat was first. Lori Ann was second.
Yeah,
Because
Nat was probably jealous.
Nat was mid-January when all that started, and then Lori Ann was late January, I believe.
Right. And then Nat was probably jealous about the whole class act thing, dude. Nat, I'm telling you, dude. Oh, and I totally believe that Nat is playing like dumb and all this. Yo, if they have proof that Nat has been having conversations with Steve, meanwhile Nat's telling us she don't know who Steve is, are you serious right now? Are you kidding me? It must have been one of her alters, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Wake
But
up.
the problem is, what's ever going to happen to her?
Nothing.
Nothing's
She's in the
ever going to
UK.
happen to her.
That's why they recruited her.
Exactly.
What I want to know is how they all met up. How? Were they like, yo, we need someone from the UK to take the fall, whatever, to do the dirty work? Like, how did this all go down? Were they like, yo, we need to find somebody who we can blame the mental illness on? Like, I'm telling you, man, like, where does Nat come in? Because I followed KJ forever. I ain't never seen that girl in any chats, comment anywhere. She came out of nowhere. Nowhere. Nowhere.
I looked, and when all this started, she had blanked all the posts off of her Twitter. There were no posts. However, she had not gotten rid of her likes. The only evidence that she existed prior to the harassment starting on her, the only visible proof, because I mean, there was some of us that went through YouTube, there was some that went through Twitter, there was some that went through IG. Nothing. There was literally nothing. The only evidence, it was like, I want to say it was like back in July, I want to say, that she liked, it was had to do with Trisha Paytas. It was a video that Katie did on Trisha Paytas.
Right.
And that was literally the only evidence that she existed. It might have been a video from a little bit later than that. But, you know, my whole thing is, you know, so this is a person that didn't exist, right? How did she all of a sudden go from like no involvement to despising Katie so much that she's going to file CPS reports, that she's going to be involved in false bar reports against Salts, that she's going to be, you know, helping file tax fraud reports?
Yeah.
Please,
This
someone
whole, oh, I
explain.
thought you were someone else. I thought you were, I was, no, 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 not buying it. I'm not buying it, guys. I'm not. Even though, I don't know, my view on DID has kind of changed a little since watching that person with DID on LB stream. But, yeah, no, I don't believe in that for 1 second. Not 1 second. And the
Well,
fact that
but
she couldn't stand by her video, she could not stand by her video and leave it up there, tells me everything I need to know.
Well, and didn't the woman on LB say that she does have some memory of what happened?
Right. Yeah, and I was like, yo, is it possible for someone to go 8 years without remembering something? No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure she said no, but and then Katie's been throwing out tweets too, like, yo, the FBI knows who it is, blah blah blah, and this all happened tonight too. So
Last
what
night and
uni
tonight.
last night and tonight. So what the uni's timing and Katie's tweets, they're all lining up. If
Hmm.
you read Katie's tweets and if you listen to what uni's saying, they all
Well,
line up.
Uni said the IP addresses came from those places maybe 2-3 days ago. So, I mean, literally boom, boom, boom. And now, you know, Katie specifically called out Kansas last night. And then tonight
Right.
she said St. Joseph, Missouri, which is literally right across the bridge from Kansas. So, you know, I'm sorry. You know, we've now got both Uni and Katie saying the same thing. And we all know Katie doesn't have any love for Uni right now. It's not like
Hell
they're
no.
all bumping heads making conspiracies together, because
Right.
Katie threatened, I think, to sue him just recently.
Yeah, and of course there's gonna be a few of you in the chat that are like, well, they're probably internet together. Like, if you want to think that, go ahead. But fact of the matter is, a lot of these things make sense. A lot of them do, and it's not just. And I'm not basing how I believe this just off of Uni and just off of what a KJ is saying. No, I've sat back and seen all these weird little things transpire that are like freaking light bulbs right now, that I'm like, that's why that happened. That's why Tina acted. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything, it all makes sense. I'm like that dude at the board with all the chalk going crazy, trying to figure out that math problem. You know that meme? I'm that dude right now. It all makes sense.
No, it was like a light flipped on. I mean, honestly, I had started putting this together. But, you know, when Uni said the IPs, the only one that confuses me, I'm trying to figure out who the Kansas one is. And I have got one suspicion on that. But, you know, everything else lined up. It lined up with the key players. You know,
Right.
it just
Jessica, oh, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. I'm happy to have you here with me. What is Snow White saying right now? Hold on. Katie was in freaking StreamYard. Sucks. Katie, wait. Katie was in Uni's chat the other night
last
talking
night.
about. Katie was in Uni's chat. Ugh.
Yeah, because he was talking about the conspiracy, or the way that Charlotte got attacked.
AB
She's
saying
pretty much shown up in anybody's stream that's kind of addressed. Like, she's been in Manda Pants. She was in Eunice, she was in, who else? And Todd, I think, was in there last night too. But it's not that they're buddy. It's that, Uni was saying, dude, look, there's people getting doxxed. There's people getting harassed. So I don't really think that that's really a fair gauge of that they're now in cahoots.
Oh, I'm so happy to see you people here from AB. Oh, Tiffany too. AB is A Balance, okay? He covers I'm so happy to see all you guys. I love AB. I love him. He's Canadian, and he has a girl named Tiffany Marie on his panel a lot. A Valance has my kind of humor, man. He's funny. He talks about true crime. He talks about missing kids. He's been heavy into the Summer Wells case. He's easy on the ears. He keeps you entertained. If you guys are into true crime at all, and you follow any of the cases lately, like Summer Wells, Cashgren, anything like that, definitely check out A Balance, AB, and go show him some love when you get a chance. And Tiffany Marie has a channel. She's pretty cool. Tiffany Marie is another true crime channel. She does the same thing. You might know her from Molly Golightly. Bugsy B, did I thank you for being a member or did I miss that? Bugsy, I'm sorry if I missed that. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Bugsy. Well, guys, I used to have a member Discord, but I'm all set for now. It's not really healthy for me at the moment, so I'm kind of taking a little break, Alright, Uni didn't seem like he was happy KJ was in there, and she tried to get him to stop showing documents about her and Steve's case, and he told her he could show his own docs. Thank you, Bugsy. Thank you for telling the rest of the story, because, people sometimes, especially lately, is like a lot of, like, maybe this person didn't know. I'm not, like, saying them in particular. Like, they'll tell you a half-truth. Like, oh, they were in there, like, make you thinking like they might be friends again or something, but really she was just there to be like, stop showing documents, you're gonna ruin things, you know what I'm saying? Like, that makes more sense now. That makes a lot more sense now. If Jason is talking to the FBI, I don't think his real name's Jason. I don't think that's it. I keep hearing that it's not, but who knows? Yeah, try not to use that real name stuff. AB is A Balance. I will link his channel in here. That's all I really wanted to say. I just wanted to play that. I thought it was interesting. It aligns with the Katie tweets. I know they're talking to the FBI. It is what it is. Believe what you want. I'm more inclined to believe there's definitely some truth droppings in there. Just saying. I changed my name to Jess O. Yeah, you don't want to be doxxed.
I'm curious why Steve's talking to the FBI in Boston.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he posted that on Twitter.
That's weird.
And why was he so specific about the location?
I don't know. Maybe maybe Boston has like a cyber thing or something. I'm starting to wonder. I was wondering that myself. It's funny that you say that. Yeah. I'm wondering if my city has a Boston cyber crimes. I know like different FBIs have different like branches and stuff. Yeah, specialties. So I'm starting to wonder what's over here that's so spectacular. But I'm trying to get a link to AB's channel. Hold on one second. Then I'm probably gonna head out. It's wicked late. I wanted to wake up kind of early to go to the beach. I was gonna go to Newport, Rhode Island tomorrow. They have some really good beaches over there. Jennifer, do they have beaches where you are?
In Kansas?
Yeah.
No.
We ain't Kansas anymore.
But
you have ponds.
I did live in San Diego for 3 months a couple years ago, so I got to walk on the beach, got to be in the Pacific. But no, I live on the Missouri River. There's nothing.
How do you go from a beautiful place like that? What are you saying, California, right?
Oh, it was hard coming back. It was hard.
How do you go from there to Kansas? Like, you're in Dorothystown now. You're in Dorothyland.
No, this is where I've lived for 20 years. But I took a 3-month contract.
Home?
Yeah, I did a nursing contract out there. And so I spent 3 months out there, freaking 70-degree weather in middle of November, and then I come back and it was an ice storm as I drive back to Kansas.
Wow. Not fun.
No, it was horrible. But yeah, no beaches here. I lived in North Carolina for like 6 months, never made it to the beach from there either. It was literally like an hour away.
Wow. Yeah, I love the beach. Someone just said Hampton Beach. Nah, Hampton Beach is kind of gutter. Hampton Beach is kind of gutter. It's packed. It's crowded. There's like trash. I don't know. Hampton Beach is not my real thing. Telling you, Newport Beaches is where it's at. They got the smooth sand and everything. Cape Cod is, on the other side of me, and like their beaches are rocky and cold. So cold. The water, it could be like 95 degrees though. That water is ice cold. So I like to go to Newport Beach. It's a little bit of a drive, but not bad.
It
There's a
sounds beautiful.
there's a tennis tournament in Newport. Traffic. Oh, thank you for telling me that, word puzzler. Appreciate that. Word puzzler specialist out of left field, warning me about the traffic. I appreciate that. Good looking out. I will have to check that out first. Thank you. Alright, so thanks for showing up, guys. Oh, Flamingo, I love Narragansett. Alright, I gotta stop looking at the chat because I'll just keep talking and talking. Jennifer, thank you for hopping on with me. Appreciate that.
Yep.
As soon as I find out real facts, I'll let you know. This is all speculation. Take with it what you want. In my opinion, I think at least some of it is true and it makes a lot of sense. And I understand if you don't, we can all agree to disagree, and that's fine too, okay? Okay. Be good to everybody, and if you're gonna be an owner, be a proud nasty owner, not a sneak nasty owner, because sneak nasty owners are shady palm trees. Later, everybody.
Nighty eyes.
Bye. Sheila, thank